The Champions League is back, and this year it begins with more power, more money, and more drama than ever before. The tournament has expanded, bringing 36 teams into the hunt for European glory. Spain's La Liga boasts 5 representatives, England's Premier League an unprecedented 6. The only giants missing are Manchester United and AC Milan, both pushed aside as the continent's elite gather. From today until May 30th, when the final will take place in Budapest, the world will watch football's biggest stars fight for the throne currently held by Paris Saint-Germain. The numbers alone tell the story of how massive this campaign is. 7 teams now have squads worth over €1 billion. Real Madrid leads the way at $1.4 billion, Arsenal follows with 1.3, and Manchester City sits at 1.2. Behind them come Liverpool, Barcelona, Chelsea, and PSG. On top of that, 18 players are valued at more than $100 million, with Lamine Yamal setting the pace at a staggering $200 million. Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappé, and Jude Bellingham are right behind at $180 million each, while Vinícius, Júnior, and Bukayo Saka round out the list at $150 million. The star power has never been higher, and now each team will play 8 matches in a new league-style format. The top 8 qualify directly for the round of 16, while those finishing 9th through 24th must fight in playoffs. A new twist ensures the higher finishers get the second leg at home, raising the stakes even more. But as Europe prepares for a historic season, drama is erupting behind the scenes. Newcastle United, flush with Saudi wealth, is preparing the most expensive transfer in its history. Reports in Spain claim they are ready to bid $90 million for Barcelona's Dani Olmo. The 27-year-old attacking midfielder arrived from RB Leipzig in 2024, but under Hansi Flick he has failed to secure a regular starting spot. Just one league start this season, outshone by youngsters like Fermin Lopez, has left him unsettled. Barcelona insists they want him to succeed, but Olmo is growing frustrated. If Newcastle moves quickly, he could become the centerpiece of their project, and the timing could not be more dramatic. Barcelona will soon travel to St. James's Park for a Champions League clash. If Olmo sits on the bench again, the whispers of a winter transfer will grow deafening. At Real Madrid, the future is also being written. Fabrizio Romano has reported that Los Blancos intend to bring back Argentine midfielder Nico Paz in the summer of 2026. Currently shining at a smaller club, Paz is tied to Madrid through a clever buyback structure. They retained half of his rights and built in staggered buyout clauses, $8 million in 2025, $9 million in 2026, and $10 million in 2027. Tottenham already made a $7 million bid, but Paz rejected it. His eyes are on one goal, returning to the Bernabeu as a more mature, complete player ready to compete in midfield. Madrid, true to its tradition of planning long-term, has already informed him that his moment will come. In England, though, chaos has taken hold at Manchester United. Head coach Ruben Amorim is watching his reign unravel. A humiliating 3-0 defeat to Manchester City has left his record in ruins. Just 18 wins in 47 matches, 9 draws, and 20 losses. His overall win rate of 36% is the lowest of any United manager since World War II, and in the Premier League it is worse still, a shocking 26%. United sit 14th in the table, already 8 points behind leaders Liverpool. Amorim stood in front of the cameras after the derby and refused to bend. "I will not change my philosophy," he declared. "If the management wants change, they must change the coach. I will play my way until I decide differently," but his words offered little comfort. Arsenal legend Martin Keown savaged him, accusing him of dismantling the squad by letting players like Alejandro Garnacho, Jadon Sancho, Antony, and Marcus Rashford slip out of the system. He insisted the squad doesn't believe in Amorim's philosophy, and the results prove it. The atmosphere grew even darker when reports surfaced that captain Bruno Fernandes is considering leaving. Football Insider claims Saudi clubs are circling with massive offers, including a $100 million fee and a contract worth more than $25 million a year. Fernandes has turned down moves before, preferring to stay in Europe until the 2026 World Cup. But with United in freefall, the temptation is growing. A January exit is no longer unthinkable. United's owners face an impossible decision. They only just sacked Erik ten Hag after a disastrous start, and Amorim's contract runs until 2027. To fire him now would mean paying out another fortune, but leaving him in charge risks total collapse. Names are already being floated. Oliver Glasner, the Crystal Palace coach who stunned City to win the FA Cup, is admired for his tactical structure and resilience. Andoni Iraola, the Bournemouth boss, has impressed with his vertical pressing and youth development. Both are pragmatic, modest options who could rebuild without the crushing pressure of instant trophies. And in the background, Jose Mourinho lurks. The Portuguese icon recently left Fenerbahce and has privately admitted he would walk to Manchester if offered the job. But United is in rebuild mode, and Mourinho's confrontational style may not fit a club trying to reinvent itself. For now, the board hesitates, torn between emotion and strategy. Meanwhile, Amorim himself may have an escape route. In Portugal, Benfica's presidential race could change everything. Candidate João Neurona Lopes is said to favor bringing Amorim home, offering him trust and time that Old Trafford cannot. For Amorim, it could be salvation, a chance to leave England's storm and rebuild in familiar territory. What hangs over United, though, is the fate of Bruno Fernandes. If their captain goes, the exodus could snowball. Losing him would be more than losing a player. It would be the death of belief in the project. And once that collapses, even the biggest club in England cannot buy back the faith of its fans overnight. Football never sleeps. While the Champions League explodes with billion-euro squads, while Newcastle prepares record-breaking transfers, while Real Madrid carefully plans the return of Nico Paz, one of Europe's true giants is crumbling. Manchester United is once again at a crossroads, and the whole world is watching to see whether it chooses stability, revolution, or collapse. What do you think? Should United pull the trigger on Amorim now, or does he deserve time to rebuild? Will Bruno Fernandes really take the Saudi millions and leave Old Trafford behind? And is Newcastle's gamble on Dani Olmo the move that pushes them into Europe's elite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next chapter of football's biggest stories.